What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode, first of all, Elizabeth was getting on my nerves in this episode. I'm gonna tell you why. Because she acts more like Franco's mother instead of his fiance. Like when him and Griffin were, even when Franco was talking to Alexis at the beginning of the trial before it started, she kept staring over at them. Then, like when he wanted to talk to Griffin in private, she kept looking at them like, "Oh, what are y'all talking about?" Then, when he was texting, he was texting Ava, he was texting Scott. Well, Scott texted him to warn Alexis. Um, she kept telling him, "Oh, stop texting and stuff like that during the trial." Mind your business. Like, are you his fiance or his mother? Which one are you? Because she acts more like his mother. It's like, damn. She acts like she has to know everything that's going on with Franco every second of the day. Like, if he goes to the bathroom, if he takes a piss, oh, what color piss was it? It's like she needs to know everything. It's like, what the hell? Get off his ass. Like, she just gets on my nerves sometimes. Like, she's literally up his ass. The last time I checked, she had 3 sons, and not one of them were named Franco. He's a grown man. Damn, he ain't got to tell you every little thing. I think that's really what it's about. Like, anything he does, I think she was upset, number one, that he was texting during the trial. But I think that she was really upset because she didn't know who he was texting and what the texts were about. That's what I really think she was irritated about. Because she needs to know every little thing about him. That's why. And it really irritates me. It's like, mind your business for once. Damn. That shit, like, I could never be with somebody like that. Like, if I do something or if I get a phone call, you need to know who it is and why. Like, I'm just that type of person. Like, I don't divulge every little thing I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just that person. Like, I don't need to, it's not your business. That's just me. I'm just saying. I just didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of a turnoff. Like, it really was. It's like, damn, if I want to, be told what to do and who to text and when not to text, hell, that's what we got mothers for. Shit. Even my mother don't do that, and I'm grown. I'm like, even when I was a teenager, she didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? Um, but I actually enjoyed the courtroom scenes today. But I'm gonna talk about that last. That's last. Um, what I loved about this episode was it wasn't cramped. You know what I mean? Cause you know how GH does. Like they throw in 20 different scenes in one episode. And I like how we only focus on 3 scenes today. It was Curtis and Stella and Jordan and Sonny, Mike, Carly and Stella, and then we had the courtroom scenes. I fucking love that. I feel like GH needs to do that more often where we get less, where you throw everybody into one episode, you throw all these different scenes into one episode. It gets confusing and it's too much. And I love how they kept it low today. You know what I'm saying? Like they took a page out of Y&R and Days book and B&B because that's what those shows do. They don't cram everything into one episode. And I love that. It makes it more easier to follow and figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? Because I've read comments where some people felt confused because they had so much in one episode. So I like how they're pulling back on that. You know what I mean? It's a good thing. Um, Aunt Stella, let me tell you something. I like her in her scenes with Mike. She's way more tolerable in those scenes than she is with Jordan. I did love the scenes with Jordan and, Curtis where, they got a hotel room. Well, Curtis got the hotel room for the two of them to spend some time together. But I had to think about that, though. I'm like, was the hotel room really necessary? I'm just saying. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying. They both have their own apartments and nobody lives with them. So it's like, why waste the money on a hotel room when y'all have the utmost privacy? They have privacy. You can either go to Jordan's house for privacy or you can go to Curtis. Neither one of them live with anybody. Nobody lives with them. So you got all the privacy in the world. Why spend a small fortune on a hotel? And we all know the Metro Court is expensive. It's like a 4 or 5 star hotel. That shit is, I'm pretty sure it's expensive. So why go there? For, I guess, a romantic dalliance. But I'm like, shit, I could have romance at home. That's just me. I could put some rose petals on the floor, rose petals on the couch, rose petals, have some champagne, some candles. You could do all that at home for cheap. I'm just saying, like, you could do all that for cheap. Why waste all that money in a hotel room when you got privacy at home? I'm just saying. That's just me. I ain't coming from a negative place. I'm having fun with this. Um, because it was just funny to me. I'm like, why? You ain't got no kids living with you. TJ lives with Molly. They're adults, so you know what I mean. What the hell the hotel room for? I say that for the honeymoon. Because Curtis did say he trying to save up money and stuff for the wedding and stuff. Because he ain't trying to go cheap on the wedding and go cheap on the honeymoon. That's why he's taking all these PI cases and stuff to make up the money to pay for all that. But I'm like, why waste any money in a hotel? I'm just saying. I wait till the honeymoon shit. I go somewhere tropical. But what I it was funny though because Jordan, when his phone rung and stuff like that, I'm like, I already know she gonna look at it. She gonna look at that phone. I already knew it, and boom, she looked at the phone and saw who was texting Chandra, his ex. So of course, Jordan being Jordan, she's gonna question him about it. Like, why is your ex texting your phone? That's anybody. That's man, woman. It don't matter what you are. If you see your current significant other ex text their phone or call them, you're gonna ask questions too. Like, why is your ex blowing your phone up? Of course you're gonna ask that question. I expect nothing less. Of course you're gonna ask because you want to know, like, why are you in communication with your ex? Like, what's the deal? But of course, he let her know. He was like, she reached out to me or whatever. I ain't text back or whatever, and he was right. He didn't. But that last scene with Curtis today got me thinking, like, what is he up to? Because Chandra keeps blowing his phone up. And it looked like he ready to ask, like, what she keep texting him about. Me personally, if my ex kept texting me and I'm engaged to somebody else and they keep blowing my phone up like that, I'm going to text back or I'm going to call and be like, okay, why do you keep blowing up my phone? Like, I'm going to ask that question because she keeps, calling his phone. She keep texting. Why? You know what I'm saying? You already know he's engaged. She's about to get married. So all you need to say is congratulations and move. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Why feel the need to keep texting and calling when you know he's unavailable? You know what I mean? Like, that's just you. Obviously, you want something. So if it was me and I'm Curtis, I would just call her and see what the hell she want, just to nip that shit in the bud. I'm just saying. Jordan needs to understand Aunt Stella may never like you. That's her problem. That's not your problem. Jordan has been nothing but nice to this lady. Ever since she came to town, Jordan has been nice and respectful. Even now, she's still nice and respectful. But I feel like it was low of Aunt Stella to contact Curtis's ex in the hopes that, he could rekindle something with her. Just because you liked his ex, that's you. Shit didn't work out between Curtis and his ex. That's why she's his ex. If he wanted her, he would be with her right now. Clearly, he don't want her. It's Jordan he want. Hence why he proposed. You know what I mean? Aunt Stella just need to back the hell off and leave it alone. Jordan needs to back off too. Suffice it to say, because she's never probably gonna like you, and that's her problem. If she don't like you, that's her business. Why do you care so much if somebody likes you? The fact is, Curtis still wants to marry you. He don't care what his aunt thinks, and you shouldn't care either. You know what I mean? Like, she should not care. That's her business. That's the type of person I am. Like, if somebody don't like me, that's their problem. You know what I mean? As long as I love me, I like me, that's all that matters to me. I don't care whether you like me or not. You know what I mean? Like, that's how Jordan should be. It's like, why do you need her approval? Why do you need her blessing? Y'all are adults. Y'all live y'all life. She live her life. If she wants to be miserable and petty and sad, that's her business. That's not on you. That's on her. You've been nothing but courteous and nice to this lady. She don't want to reciprocate that. That's her business. Let it go. You've done all you can to be nice to this lady and get in her good graces. She's unwilling to accept it, so move on. That's the best advice I can give. Move the hell on. Focus on your career. Focus on your upcoming wedding, and do what you got to do. If she don't like it, she ain't got to come to the wedding. Because number one, who wants negative? Who wants a negative person at their wedding? Weddings are a beautiful time. It's a beautiful day. It's a day of love. Why would you want negative energy at your wedding? You know what I'm saying? So if she can't get it together and be nice and be courteous, she don't need to come to the wedding. I would disinvite her. I don't care who aunt she is. I wouldn't give a shit. Don't nobody want that negative, those negative vibes on your wedding day. Who wants that? So anyway, I love the scene with Sonny, Mike, and Carly and stuff like that. It's always sad to see Mike like that. 1 minute he's lucid, the next minute, um, he's forgetful. He didn't even know where Carly was that whole time. That she was gone and stuff like that. Um, I do agree with Aunt Stella. At some point, Sonny's gonna have to make this decision on what's gonna happen to his father. At some point, you're gonna have to make that call. Whether he wants to or not, you're gonna have to make that decision. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. I know Sonny doesn't want that because he feels like it should be his father's decision, but your father is not gonna make that choice on his own. You have to sit there and have that conversation with him while he's lucid. While he's lucid enough to make these decisions. Because you don't want to take that choice away from him. And like Stella said, you don't want to force it on him. You want him to make that choice of his own volition. That's what you want. So at the end of the day, he's going to have to make that choice. I've read a lot of comments where people kept saying, the writers are looking like they're trying to put Jason and Carly together. I hope that's not the direction they're going in because I really don't see Jason and Carly as the romantic couple. I really don't. When I see the two of them, I see friends, best friends, good friends, like family. That's what I see when I see the two of them. I don't see any romantic chemistry whatsoever. This is just my opinion. Everybody else may see it differently, and that's fine. But for me, I don't see it. It's like they've been friends for, 22 years? I don't see them going in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe when Carly first came on the show, they had romantic chemistry, but that's long since been gone. That chemistry been fizzled out a long time ago. I just see them as friends. That's it. Nothing more. The trial. The trial was quite interesting. Alexis gave a great opening statement in Scott. All he stood up and said was, I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that my client is innocent. Then this fool sat his ass down. Even the jury was looking at Scott like, that's it? Everybody was looking at Scott like, that's it? Even Bench was pissed. He was like, that's all you got? I'm going to prove you're innocent and sit your ass down? Scott was fucking up the whole trial. Scott was barely objecting to anything. He barely cross-examined anybody. And when he did cross-examine, he was mad. He went real easy on them. I was like, Scott, you are making it so obvious that you are throwing this case. Even Bench was asking him, like, are you seriously trying to throw this case? Because that's the way it seemed. It was like you were barely cross-examining anyone. You barely objected to anything. They were crucifying Dr. Bench. Every witness that came up there said negativity about him, and he barely objected to anything. I was like, wow. It was funny to watch, and I didn't mind it because Dr. Bench was just sitting there looking like the devil. You know what I'm saying? With those little smug smirks on his face. Alexis is a damn good attorney. I know some people say Diane is better than her. I've never seen Diane as better than Alexis. I always felt like they were equal to each other because Diane, she's a great attorney, but a lot of times in the courtroom, she uses theatrics and stuff like that to make her point. Alexis is different from her. Alexis goes by the facts. She doesn't need all these fancy theatrics and all the drama. She's hard hitting. She's straight to the facts. I love both of them as lawyers. Cause I think Diane and Alexis even each other out. You know what I'm saying? They're both great attorneys. I don't see one better than the other. I would never say Alexis is better than her or she's better than her or Diane is better than Alexis. I don't see them as being better. I just see them as equal because they're both great at what they do. And Alexis proved that today. She was on her game today. Franco was pissing me off though because before the trial started, you had every opportunity to tell Alexis what you had to tell her. Even Alexis kept telling her, bitch, spit it out. Alexis was like, whatever you got to say, hurry up, spit it out. He wouldn't say it. I'm like, why would you say, oh, I need to talk to you, it's important, but you're not saying what you need to talk to her about. She's ready for him to just spit it out, blurt it out, say it. Then while she's examining, cross-examining the witnesses and stuff, he's sending her these text messages telling her to call a recess. Oh, I have to tell you something. She just kept ignoring those texts because you had your opportunity to tell her what you had to tell her, and you just wouldn't say it. You wouldn't spit it out. Even Alexis told him, spit it the hell out, and he wouldn't. So it's like, that's on you. That was your opportunity, so now shut up. Um, Everybody did a wonderful job on the stand. Let me tell you, Ava, Francesca, Kiki, they all stuck to the facts. They were sympathetic. I could tell the jury was eating that shit up. The jury was believing everything they said because it was all true. They didn't tell no lies. It was all true. Um, but of course, Dr. Bench wanted to use that picture that he snapped of Kiki and Griffin hugging. This motherfucker Franco, because Ava asked Franco what's going on. He texted her and said Griffin and Kiki had sex. I was like, Franco, what the hell? That ain't some shit that you send in no text. I was hoping somebody would have blurted that shit out on the witness stand, to be quite honest. I was hoping for more dramatic, but I could go with that. Did you see the look on Ava's face, though? When Ava looked at Griffin on the stand when she got that text, her face looked sad. Then it went from sad to angry to smug. Because this little smirk she had on her face at the end when she looked at Griffin, it was a smug look on her face. I said, oh, the bitch is coming out. I could see it already. The bitch is coming out of her. I could tell. I was like, Griffin is in for a rude fucking awakening. I'm telling you right now. She's coming for his ass. I don't know what she got planned for Kiki. If she will do anything to Kiki at all, I don't know. But Griffin, you are not getting off scot-free. After all the lectures you done gave her, after all the, hypocrisy you done spit out at her, that's your ass. R.I.P. Griffin. That's all I can say. Because it's your ass. Your ass is grass. And the lawnmower is on her way to mow you down. I'm telling you right now, that's your ass. That is your ass. I'm telling you. She's coming. The bitch is back. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode. It's pretty cool for what it was. Hit the comment section. You know what? Before I go, I forgot to even mention. Where the hell was Julian? Didn't Julian go to the trial? I didn't see him at all in the courtroom. Lulu, I didn't even notice she was in the courtroom until she started talking. But anyway, yeah. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's episode. I'll see y'all all tomorrow. Peace.